What up, people? Video Game XD. Back with another video.
Yeah.
Today, on DVD Grabs, we went to Volunteers of America. I think that's what it's called. Thrift store. I just call it thrift store because the sign just says thrift store. Keep it classic. In Burton. Love it. We went to Disc Replay in Flint.
Yep.
Flint's a dangerous area, but I love the Disc Replay out there. We went to Dollar Tree, picked up an item there, and I think that's it. So this is going to be DVD Grabs. I don't think I got any Blu-rays, did you?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. So today we donated some blood, or plasma, made some extra cash. We got cash coming in plenty, but we wanted some extra, So we bought some DVDs. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Alright, so I didn't get a whole lot. Charles got a lot more than I did this time. But the first one I got is a really cool movie. It is Halle Berry in it, with also starring Robert Downey Jr. and Penelope Cruz in Gothica.
I didn't know Robert Downey Jr. is in there.
Yeah, I think he's like the therapist or something in it. This is really, really a good movie. They're actually, they try to make her sound like she's crazy when she's really not. And she ends up getting put in this like institution, and she has to escape and try to like find out really
kind of like
truth.
that Unsane movie.
Kind of, yeah. This is a really, really intense movie.
Did they rip it off of this?
I don't know, but this is a really, really scary movie as well. Like, this is not, like, it's a very highly...
I remember the name of this back in the day. I remember it kind of...
We should watch it, it's good.
That looks good. I do like Halle Berry.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Besides Catwoman, that was pretty shitty.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Catwoman, but it wasn't my favorite. Okay, so the next one I got's called Legion, Heaven Will Unleash Hell on Earth. Now, this is a pretty good movie as well. Lots of action in it. Basically, the world's coming to an end, and this girl that's giving birth to this baby is supposed to be, like, the salvation of the world, and they're all trying to kill her and kill this baby so that way they can take over the world. It's kind of a crazy movie.
Sounds kind of like...
But it's basically like hell versus heaven kind of thing.
Oh, okay. For a minute, I thought, was this a Terminator ripoff?
No, it's definitely a really good movie, though. So that's another good one I picked up.
I need to quit smoking, by the way.
Yeah, we really should.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. It's a progress. So this next one I got's a really cool find. This is actually a movie collection. And there's 7 films in this one. And I believe I got it for free. This was
buy 3, get 3 free at Disc Replay.
This was Disc Replay.
I found this. I'm like, you gotta pick this up. Great deal.
We have Saw.
The collection.
Love this movie. It is very gory. It is sometimes hard to watch, but I loved this movie. All of them, actually. When they would come out, I would be like, I gotta watch it, see what happens next. But yeah, all 7 of them.
Well, actually, now there's another one called Jigsaw. So
yeah, I think there is another one that's not in here.
Technically,
but this is a nice little set.
Yeah, technically it's not the complete, but I think Jigsaw was like a reboot, maybe. I haven't seen that one, so...
But yeah, I was really excited, and I got it for free. I mean, 7 movies, free, Saw.
She's seen that before on Blu-ray, but she didn't feel like paying $15, $20.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll wait till I can
find it. She waited, and then she found it.
And I got it for free. So this next one is definitely kind of a longer movie. I don't remember how long it is. But this movie's got Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Gwyneth Paltrow in 7. Now this is basically about this guy that's going around murdering all these women, and he has to like piece together, like they're detectives. They have to piece together and figure out who's doing it and try to stop him. Very, very crazy movie. But the case.
The case looks like an old school.
So freaking neat. It looks like a little notebook, like somebody
from the 80s.
Had put together. And when you open it up, it looks like somebody had written notes in it and everything. Like, it's really neat. So I thought this was a really cool find. And this was like...
Definitely got to keep that case.
Yeah, this was like buy 3, get 1 free. Or, yeah, buy 3, get 3 free. So, I mean, this was a really cool find. But this is definitely a very gory movie. Like, at the end, like, there's some chick's head cut off in a box. Like, it's a crazy, crazy movie. So if you have not seen that, you should check it out.
Probably gonna give me nightmares.
Yes, it probably would. But yeah, this is a really cool find as well. A really cool case. 7.
Pretty cool.
That was all my pickups, guys. So
I have a lot.
let's see what collection Charles.
This is a huge load edition.
It's big.
Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah. Let's get rid of the oddballs first. I don't buy these often. I know I say that sometimes. Like, I'm not a VHS collector, blah, blah, blah. I'm really not anymore because they take up so much damn room. But there are certain movies I see and I'm like, you know what? That's only 50 frickin' cents. And that's a classic. And I do have a VHS player. So it would be kind of cool to, you know, nostalgia, rewatch the old, you know, VHS tapes. And I'd never seen this before, but this is Scarface on VHS. So it's like a double VHS.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So the movie, I guess, is so long it had to be on 2 tapes, kind of like Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
So this is pretty damn cool to have. I'm a pretty decent big Scarface fan. I love me some Scarface. So check that out. Now I have Scarface on VHS.
Say hello to my little friend.
I have it on VHS, Blu-ray, and 4K now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I'm the yeah. On VHS, we actually just watched this the other night. Stoner flick, classic from like 98 era. Dave Chappelle.
Half-Baked.
Half-Baked.
Love this movie. It's so funny.
Still holds up. Still funny. Still great.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, watch it. Even if you don't smoke weed. I didn't watch this as a kid. I didn't care about weed. And I still love this movie. It might influence you to want to smoke weed, but I love me some old school Dave Chappelle. He needs to come back because I feel like he just disappeared. I think he went religious or something. I don't know what happened to him. On VHS, classic movie. Have it on Blu-ray with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Goodfellas. She still needs to watch this, but once I get the time, I'm going to have her watch it. This is classic gangster shit. Fun fact, Joe Pesci has the same birthday as me.
Oh, really?
Feb 9th. That's pretty cool, because Joe Pesci's my shit. Like, he's
yeah, I really like him, too.
He's a total dick in this movie, too. Like, he cusses people out, and, like, this is just a fantastic movie. You gotta see it if you haven't watched it. On VHS, Ice Cube, baby. Next Friday. Another stoner flick. I guess it's kind of a stoner flick. Well, the first one's more of a stoner flick.
It's definitely a comedy, but there's a lot of things going on in this one. Like, they're drinking, they're smoking.
Yeah, the dog's trying to attack them. Chico.
People are stealing.
Hey, yo, Chico! I love this movie. The first one's still I'll probably consider the best, but I really like this one, too. Friday After Next, did not care for that one. They were supposed to do last Friday. Chris Tucker was supposed to come back, but he didn't want to do it or something. And then Pops, the guy that plays Pops or whatever, he ended up dying in real life. And Debo's dead now, too. So without them, I'm sorry, you can't do last Friday. No, don't do it ever.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do without them.
It's a shame because that would have been... That's a dope name. Like, Last Friday, that would have been perfect. But, it is what it is. Now, this looks crappy as hell. But, hey, Shawn Michaels, HBK's in it. I got this at Dollar Tree. It was only $1. Avengers of Justice. Farce Wars. Yeah, looks pretty corny. So it's like a mock-up of the Avengers, and you got Shawn Michaels as the Hulk. I had no idea this even existed. There's a lot of movies out there I end up finding with wrestlers in it. I'm like, when the hell did this come out? Because I've never heard of it. Yeah, Shawn Michaels' movie career did not take off, clearly, like his wrestling career, because I never heard of this damn movie. It came out in 2019, and it's got some guy looking like the Joker on there.
It's supposed to be the Hulk.
No, like right there, that guy looks like the
Joker. Yeah, I don't know.
And the Joker is supposed to be DC, so that's kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it looks like a strange...
That looks like the chick from Road Trip, the blonde one that always plays a stupid slut. But yeah, it's got Shawn Michaels, so I'm like, I have to have it. Do I have more over there?
No, that was it out of that bag.
Okay. Now, a lot of these are WWE DVDs. Now, some from before I found PG era DVDs. I explained I wasn't the biggest PG era fan back in the day. I wasn't. But looking back now, this actually looks pretty decent compared to WWE currently. But some of these are actually from, like, Ruthless Aggression 04-05. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta pick these up. They were only buy 3, get 3 free or whatever. And they were only $3.33 deal because some of these are kind of hard to find now. WWE Raw presents September 21st, 2003. I was 13. Unforgiven with Kane on the cover. So they actually should have used that for See No Evil because that's a fucking dope cover.
Yeah.
Unforgiven 03. I remember this pay-per-view. It had Shane McMahon versus Kane. That was a great match. I remember this pay-per-view. Last Man Standing match, Shane McMahon versus Kane. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Legend versus Legend killer match. That sounds dope. Chris Jericho versus Christian versus Rob Van Dam. Awesome. JR versus the Coach. That sounds like crap. 6-man table match. Dudley Boys and Spike versus La Resistance and Rob Conway. And Scott Steiner versus Test. I don't know. I would probably like it because I like Test and Steiner, but Lita and Trish versus Molly Holly and Gail Kim, probably crap. Triple H versus Goldberg. Yeah, you know Triple H is gonna bury Goldberg like he always did. Which was, I like Triple H, but that was bull crap. Like in WCW, he would have destroyed Triple H. But I got Unforgiven. What was that? 03. Yeah, I think it came out in 03. Now this is weird because this doesn't even say WWE on it. It just says Smackdown presents Judgment Day. So it's kind of weird the WWE logo's not even on it. Which is strange because usually they paste their stuff everywhere. But it just says Judgment Day. There's a little WWE right there, but bam. I probably watched this back in the day. My whole teenhood was the Ruthless Aggression era. The last really good era in my opinion. Let's check it out. We got Eddie Guerrero versus JBL. WWE Championship match. Rest in peace, Eddie. Probably classic. Undertaker versus Booker T. John Cena, back when I liked him, when he was a rapper, versus Rene Dupree. Rob Van Dam and Rey Mysterio versus the Dudleys. That sounds dope. Jacqueline versus Chavo. What? Scotty 2 Hotty versus Mordecai. I used to love Mordecai. Tori Wilson versus Dawn Marie. That's probably a bra and panty match. Cruiserweight, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I probably remember this. It's been probably, 15 years since this came out? This came out in, 2004. So, this was most likely a classic. I can't remember pay-per-views by heart. I can't. Once I watched it, and then, years go by, I kind of forget the match, the match card.
Right.
But from the card on it, and it's Ruthless Aggression, it's most likely a classic pay-per-view. I mean, you got Undertaker on the cover. That cover's dope. Any more wrestling ones? WWE Tables, Ladders, Chairs, TLC, 2009. Now, this was PG era. Like I said, never cared big for it. But hey, I'm going to try to give it another chance. TLC is usually pretty damn good. I do like the TLC matches. I mean, you got Batista versus Undertaker up on here. That sounds pretty good. Cena versus Sheamus. Maybe. Christian versus Shelton Benjamin. ECW match. ECW. Big Show versus DX. Oh, was this when DX shoved Big Show's... No, Vince's head in Big Show's ass? Or was that a different pay-per-view? I don't know. It looked alright, so I picked it up. Probably got it for free. WWE presents Extreme Rules 2009 with Rey Mysterio on the cover. Not a big Rey Mysterio guy in WWE, but I did love him back in the WCW days. Got the back there. Of course. No, Cena's not champ. Wow. That's a shock.
Shocker.
Orton's champion. Well, other than Cena, he was always champion. And Edge, that's pretty cool. So you got a submission match, Cena versus Big Show. That sounds terrible. Who would want to watch that? CM Punk versus Umaga. That might be okay. Vicky versus Santino Marella. Sounds crap. Matt Hardy versus William Regal. Maybe. Rey Mysterio versus Jericho. That sounds good. Christian and Tommy Dreamer versus Jack Swagger. Edge versus Jeff Hardy. That's probably the match of the night. Edge and Hardy. Orton and Batista. Blah, blah, blah. So, PG era once again, but gonna give it a try probably. WWE. Here's another Judgment Day. This one actually is from Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster? WWE Judge... When the fuck did this come out? WWE Judgment Day 2007. So this was the final year of the Ruthless Aggression era. Is Cena champ? Probably. Can't really tell. It looks like he might have the belt on him. So we got Ric Flair versus Carlito. I don't know if that would be any good. Mr. McMahon and Shane versus Umaga and Bobby Lashley. CM Punk versus Elijah Burke. That sounds good. Shawn Michaels versus Orton. Sounds good. Edge versus Batista. Sounds good. Chris Benoit. Ooh, remember him? And WWE doesn't. They won't mention his name because, yeah, you know what happened there. Chris Benoit versus MVP. Cena versus Khali. If you don't remember, that's the guy who killed his family and himself.
Oh.
So they won't
I
mention
remember
his
you telling
name.
me about that.
So this is probably one of the final Benoit DVDs. You'll never see that again. Cena versus Khali. I think I do remember this, and I remember, didn't Cena do a fucking FU to Khali and then beat him off the stage or something? I remember that, and I thought it was a joke. Because Khali is supposed to be this huge, unstoppable dude, and you got John Cena, of course, beats Khali. Joke to me. I'm sorry. I remember that. World Tag Team match. Hardys versus Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade. Rest in peace, Lance Cade. I think he died too. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I do remember. I kind of remember this pay-per-view when I ordered it and had to watch John Cena win. Alright, on DVD, WWE presents. This is slightly a classic, I guess. It was in Detroit. I almost went. WWE WrestleMania 23.
Like how it has Trump on there.
And we got Trump on the cover. My dad's dude right there, Trump. So, you got Cena champ, of course, versus Shawn Michaels, and that match pissed me off as a kid. I was very angry. Batista, world champion, that was cool. Versus Taker, that was a pretty good match. Trump versus Vince, it was laughable, but it was still kind of funny to watch that. I mean, yeah, Vince got his head shaved, and of course, Cena walks out the world champ, and I remember I was pissed. I'm like, Cena, this, that, like, I was mad, like, just to see him beat my hero, Shawn Michaels, that was a joke. This was around the time I was getting really fed up with WWE because of that crap. But you had Kane versus Khali, I don't know, Benoit versus MVP, Chris Benoit once again, ECW Originals versus New Breed, that sounds cool, I think I remember that. And the Money in the Bank, I remember that was good. Lashley, Donald Trump didn't care. I hated Lashley at the time. Batista and Taker was pretty decent. Cena versus Michaels was actually it was a great match. It was just, as a teen, watching Cena beat him made me very, very angry. But I'm over it now, you know, it was fucking 15 years ago. Oh, No Holds Barred's I need to get that movie, by the way, with Hogan. So yeah, I mean, WrestleMania 23. It was in Detroit. I'm kind of nostalgia for it, I guess. So the rest, I think, are just movies. So I'm going to go kind of quick. We're going on 20 minutes now. Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher. So I'm
not sure if I've seen that.
I think I remember when this came out. I think I wanted to see it, but I never got to see it. I think. Maybe I did watch it. I can't remember. Picked it up. Why not? On DVD, this is a reboot or a remake. with Colin Farrell, Total Recall. Now, you can't top the original Total Recall.
No, you really can't.
That movie has its own, like, unique look and feel to it. Like, but who knows? Maybe this one's good. It's from Blockbuster. Be kind, please rewind. So, I don't know. Maybe it's good. I gotta check it out.
I don't remember if I watched that one either. I think I did, but it's been a while.
On DVD, I actually have another one of these on Blu-ray. Family Guy presents Blue Harvest. So it's one of the Star Wars mock-up ones.
Yeah.
I'm not big into Star Wars, but I've been trying to watch it recently, so I'm trying to get a little into Star Wars. So I do like Family Guy, though.
Oh, I love Family Guy.
So I'll definitely check this out. So I had to get it for the Family Guy Star Wars set I got going on. On DVD, with Jeff Daniels, the guy from Dumb and Dumber, great actor. And what's that girl's name from Everybody Loves Raymond? Patricia Heaton or whatever. The Goodbye Girl. Yeah, I know. Sounds kind of like a chick flick, maybe. I don't know. It's not totally up my alley. But I seen the cover. I do like Jeff Daniels. He's a good actor. And I do like the chick from Everybody Loves Raymond. Maybe it's like a romantic comedy. Who knows? I like some stuff like that. So it's not rated, though. So it could be full of cussing or nudity. Who knows? Now, this is cool. This case is very, very cool. Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan.
This is a great movie.
I don't think I've ever watched it. I know there are some classics I've never seen.
Good.
Back when I was a kid, I didn't care for stuff like this.
I enjoyed it. I mean,
when I was a kid, I didn't care for stuff like this. But now, as an adult, I do. Because I get it now. It's more serious. Check out the case. This is really cool. It's like a book or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Nowadays, I'm a lot of times I just ditch my cases and I put them in those flip books because I have so many movies. I have no choice but to sacrifice the cases, sadly. But I'm so used to it now. I like how I can actually travel with it now and just put it all in one thing. But stuff like this, I usually keep the case because even though it's not
a unique case,
even though it's not worth money, it just feels like it's just cool to own. You know? On DVD, Will Smith, I, Robot. I seen this in the theater when it came out, I think.
Yeah, I've seen I, Robot.
It was disappointing.
Yeah, it was a little interesting.
Remember how hyped up it was? How it was supposed to be like this amazing, like cyber, futuristic, cool movie. And then you watch it, it was like, it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really care for it.
But I didn't own it, so.
I think that one was mine.
We'll show that then. On DVD, I actually might have this, but I couldn't remember. Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. So, I'm not the biggest Iron Man fan, but I do like Robert Downey Jr. I did see Iron Man 2. I've never watched the first. I might have watched 3. Sorry, I'm not a big Marvel guy, but hey, why not add it to my superhero collection? I know our boy Joe, newest member of Video Game XD, he's a big Marvel guy, so shout out to Joe. On DVD, I had to get it because she saw Jigsaw. So now you're missing this.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I'll just give it to you because, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this movie. Maybe it was bad. I don't know if it's a remake or another sequel. I thought they were done after like 7. But they came out with Jigsaw, so it's like, okay, is this like a remake?
The game continues or something. I think it says.
I gotta check it out.
Right.
All right, that's all my movies. We're gonna get back to her.
So apparently I had one and mixed with his. I thought I was missing one. I couldn't remember. So this one is called Swarmed. Now this is like hundreds of thousands of bees like attacking people. I mean, I can't even imagine like being attacked by like hundreds and thousands of bees.
Yeah,
I
fucking hate bees.
Oh, I hate bugs in general, especially bees. Spiders is the worst, but really don't like
spiders.
Bees
don't
either.
bug me as much as bees.
But bees, like, if you get attacked by a lot of them at one particular moment, especially if you're allergic, like, you can die extremely quickly. Like, you'll go into allergic shock and you won't breathe. Like, it'll just kill you. But yeah, this looked really, really creepy. And all those little bees. So I'm like, I have to get it.
I don't think I can watch that.
So I'm like, why not? In the DVD. So,
alright.
Looks pretty sweet. That was all of it, guys.
That was it. We're going on 25 minutes. We got to wrap this up. Shout out to Joe Petrie, the newest Video Game XD member. Known him from back in the day. He's here on the channel. He's going to make some videos soon. Shout out to Joe. Yeah. Check him out. Blah, blah, blah. Thrift Store Thunder 7 is coming. We got a bunch of stuff coming. We have the giveaways coming. I have a giveaway coming. And, we got a bunch of stuff. It's so much stuff going. I don't know. This is Video Game XD. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Like us on Facebook. You know the rest. I'm Charles Reed.
Jennifer.
See ya.